I'll tell you what, right, I'll tell you how focused I am.
What?
Got some new ideas for you.
Go on.
Well, they've all been blinders in the past.
Go on.
Did you do any competitions when I was away?
Did we? I think we did, didn't we? Didn't we give away a DVD?
Did we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, go on. Yeah,
Right,
go on. Anyway.
well, I've thought of some,
This isn't like radio, is it, as we know it? This is just people talking. If the mic's on, it's luck.
Yeah.
If anyone's listening, I've no idea what they think of this show. It's not a show.
Not in the traditional sense.
No. Okay, then you're going to change with that, Karl.
Because a show suggests a certain form of presentation.
Yeah.
A certain pride.
And when we do present
dare I say it, some planning.
Yeah, and when we do, it's ruined by him pressing the wrong button.
Yeah.
yeah, but I've got some planning here.
Go on then.
Quizzes. What I did was, when I was on holiday,
Yeah.
right, you said, you know, come up with a new idea, right? So the best way of coming up with ideas is sort of,
Thinking.
sort of nicking a TV show name and then twisting it a bit.
Yeah.
So...
Or just rip off Simon Mayo's idea completely.
That's
Well,
good
I
advice for anyone out there.
I didn't...
yeah.
If you're interested in ideas.
Karl is presently running a course writing for TV.
Yeah.
And that's the lesson one, isn't it? Just
That's
rip something else off.
Just do an
do
idea
it.
and change the title slightly.
Yeah.
Well,
Go on.
this one I haven't really got... I don't know what to do on the game, but I'm thinking, Strike It Ricky.
That's all you've got?
That's
what you've come up with. How long did that take?
Through.
What is that?
I just thought it sounded a bit like Lucky. Forget that one then.
Yeah, forget that one. Okay, yeah, well, no,
Right.
no, good. No, we all have hits on this. Even Spielberg's, not all his films, you know, can hit the. Go on.
Right.
No, okay, no, it's a good. Go on.
Do
Yeah.
you remember Big Brother?
Yeah. Do I remember it? Well, no, go on.
Big Mother, right? You call in, if your mum's ever, you win a CD.
What do you mean? How can you prove that?
Alright, forget that. Right, here, here's one.
Right, ER. Good one.
No.
Yeah, no.
The Price is Right, remember that?
Yeah.
Right.
The Price is Ricky?
No, the rice is right. And what I do, I read from an Indian menu and a Chinese menu. You tell me whether you have pilau or egg fried.
He's a genius, isn't he? He really is a modern.
Understand that one?
Then go on,
don't
then.
get it.
Go into let's go into this one. Let's not cross this off right away. Go on, then. What do you read from what?
Well, I'll get a couple of menus from like an Indian and a Chinese takeaway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll go like, chicken korma.
Well, could I just suggest that as it's an Indian, it'll be pilau, and anything you read out that is.
Yeah, but you don't know which one I'm reading from.
What, the chicken korma's Indian, isn't it?
Yeah, so you go pilau. But then
Well, then you might as well say Indian or Chinese.
No, because then the name wouldn't work. The rice is right.
Okay, yeah, I forgot you're working for the title backwards, aren't you? Okay, yeah. Okay.
I'm so confused. I don't
Right.
know where I am or what day it is.
A programme that they've been in on Channel 4, right?
Can you
It's-
cross that out? We're not doing the Rice is Right
I
either.
don't understand the Rice is Right.
No, go
I'll
on.
tell you that later. We'll have a game in the office, right? A game that they've been in on Channel 4, but has got really big viewing figures.
Well, obviously not.
Right.
Or they
Let's
wouldn't be
scrap
binning it. Go on.
Do you know 15 to 1?
Yeah.
They're getting rid of that, right?
Are they?
I'm thinking 15 Taiwan. Get some items that are made in Taiwan, right? Get 15 items, and I say what they are, and then you go, oh, I bet it's the vase. Or something.
That's the one that's made in Taiwan.
Yeah.
Just explain that again very quickly.
No, don't go.
Alright,
Cross it out.
forget that.
Cross it out. 15 Taiwan.
Right.
Go on.
This is the one that I've prepared for, because I think this
is
isn't
the blinder.
daft, this is good.
Let's
Go
play
on.
a tune and let's hear it after that.
Oh, God.
I'm
You
very
sure?
excited.
When I got back off holiday, my dad was in hospital. I shot back to see him, see how he's getting on, and hospitals are depressing places, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Really, like, God, you know, even if you're not that ill, it makes you feel worse.
Yeah.
Because it's really, like, drags you down, there's people walking around moaning, and, you know...
You, mainly.
Yeah. Nurses.
And, my dad was
political.
like...
Yeah.
It's
High five.
Satire.
Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I would like to be the
They don't get
NHS.
paid enough and all that, and they do,
Oh.
like...
No, well, that's...
Tony
what I mean.
Blair, are you listening?
I don't want to look like I'm moaning about the people working, because they all work really hard.
Yeah, of course they do,
everyone,
yeah.
But it's just
God bless
they are depressing places.
High five.
Nice one,
Go
nice
on.
one.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm sat there, and my dad's getting fed up, and
Is that because you're visiting?
just he's quite an active bloke, and
Yeah.
all of a sudden he's
Yeah,
got
like
to stay
me.
in bed, and
Yeah.
you know, it's like sit down, stop moving about, and all this. So he's sat there, and there's an old woman in the bed next door, right? And she's in a bad way anyway.
Yeah.
Right. She must have been. She looked about. I'd say she looked about 98 or something like that.
Okay, good.
Right. Now I don't know what was wrong with her, but she was always constantly moaning, and you could see that the nurses were trying their best to keep her happy, and she wasn't having any of it. And you know, she was moaning because her hands had gone blue.
Well, that is a worry, to be honest.
Well, it's not, because she's 98.
Is that what happens?
But why doesn't the doctor, if I was a doctor, and I'm not one, but...
No, Carl, don't be modest. Are you a doctor, yes or no?
But if I was
think he's let it slip. Carl, are you a doctor?
No, listen.
Look me in the eye.
Right. Yeah.
Right,
So this
Carl-
woman had blue hands. Had she seen a spacecraft?
Right. So,
Go on.
she had blue hands. Now, she's 98. If I was a doctor, I'd be
No,
thinking,
she's not 98. You said earlier on she looked about 98. So you're making that up.
It's just shifted from
98.
speculation to fact.
Absolute fact now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, she's 98.
It is fact now.
There's a 100-year-old woman.
Yeah, go on, yeah.
If I was a doctor, I'd be thinking,
You're not, are you? You honestly,
Think, how did I con them? How did I get away with this?
I'd be thinking,
right.
she's 98, she hasn't got long left. Why not just let her be at home and be happy in
With
her
her blue
own
hands, yeah.
space?
Yeah.
You know, and let her have a nice life, whatever's left.
Because she may hurt herself, she may have falls. Some people have to go in there for their own protection. She might not have immediate
More than
family.
that, she may not have been dragged in against her will.
No,
she may
no.
have come to hospital because she was worried
Yeah.
about her blue hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when I was talking to Ricky, he said, "Oh, what it would have been is probably a bit of." Did you say it's rheumatism or something?
No, I said I mean, a blueness can be through lack of circulation.
Right. So just.
And
so,
I'm
right,
definitely not a doctor.
You've got blue hands, bad circulation. We're going to send you home. We'll give you a Rubik's cube. Play around with that with your hands. Get the blood.
Rubik's Cube!
Get the blood pumping.
Yeah.
And don't worry. Don't say, "Oh, it's really bad." Just think she's 98. Let her have a nice rest of the life.
Yeah.
But instead, she was there, and the annoying thing was, and they do this with a lot of people in hospital, they pump you with drugs, try to sort it out. They don't, you know, there's probably a bit of guesswork going on. Maybe. A little bit.
Not as much as you, but go on.
Right? And because of that, they sort of break wind a lot. So I'm sat there with my dad talking.
Whoa,
Drugs do that, Steve. I'm sure if there's a doctor listening or a nurse, they will clarify
Right.
that if they pump you with all sorts of stuff, it wants to come out.
Right.
So you're sat there having a serious chat. It's a quiet hospital. The woman next door with the blue hands suddenly starts seeping gas, right? I start laughing. Because if there's one thing that makes you laugh, it's that.
It's a 98-year-old woman with blue hands fine.
So you try to hold it in because it's a really quiet hospital, and it'd be obvious that that I was laughing at, and I didn't want to be mean, but it was funny. And then it got me talking about my auntie, because my auntie Nora, she same thing, pumped her with loads of drugs. She used to have a cabinet next to the bed is like boots. She's got loads of stuff, right, for all sorts of stuff. And I mean, she's not that old, but she's on loads of stuff, right?
She's
and
a bit coked up, is she?
she called up my mum once. And,
Yeah, you told us this. Go on, tell it again.
And she said, "Oh, how are you doing?" And that. She said, "All right." Bit worried though. My mum said, "Wow, what's up?" She said, "I've been breaking wind." So she goes, "Well, you know." She says, "No, but this one is going on and on and on." And she was like, she was like, what do you say? What's like passing wind, farting for 5 minutes. one thing, not like, you know, trumping and then nothing.
Yeah.
Continuous.
Continuous drone of a fart.
Yeah.
I don't think she had. How big was she? She must have been the size of a barn.
No, she's not that big. She's, you know, she's good for her age.
No, but
Quite
I
slim
mean,
and that, quite slim.
no,
It's
but
just-
fighting for 5 minutes. Where's all the gas? Was she circular breathing? Was she sucking it in with her mouth?
It was just, I don't know that much about it. But she called up my mum. About 2.5 minutes in,
Could you hear it in the background?
2.5 minutes in.
2.5 minutes in, she called my mum up, and it went on for a further 2.5 minutes.
Oh.
And she just stayed on the phone, did you?
Where
On the
was-
phone, going,
well-
can you hear that?
Well,
Did she hold the phone next to her arse? Listen to that.
She was off the
I'm
ground.
trying to work a tune down.
she was actually hovering. She was 4
Yeah.
foot off the ground
Yeah.
when they found her, the ambulance
Yeah,
men.
the cat's dead.
Don't light a match! Don't light that cigarette!
Yeah, it's like that advert. The kids come home from school, switch on the lights.
Yeah. There they see Granny hovering, turn the light on.
Be careful if you have an elderly woman at home.
Yeah. Drugs make you fart.
So that's what I'm saying, you know, just let these people...
What are you saying? No, what are you saying?
I'm saying let people enjoy the life they've got left.
No, you're not. You're saying don't put them in hospital, leave them at home to die.
No, I'm not.
Give them a Rubik's Cube and let them die. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I'll tell you something now, right? Steve,
Right.
I'll tell you something. I didn't want to do it because it'd bring the show down. But she did die.
Who, the blue-handed lady?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Because I said to my dad, how's the, woman next door?
Next
She said,
Friday.
oh, she went last night. They've got an old fella in there now.
God.
So, there you go. So, wouldn't it have been better to leave her at home, where her friends and family can call and speak to her, even nip that round if they want, you know, with a cat, I imagine.
No, it's definitely a cat now. What's that cat's called, that you imagine?
Probably, I'm seeing like a big ginger one, so I don't know, something like, I don't know, maybe ginger, or whatever. Maybe I had a budgie. But that's what I'm saying, just let them enjoy this life, because dying in hospital, I wouldn't like to do it. If I went to the doctors and they said, you haven't got long life left, I'd say, well, I'll stay at home.
Yeah.
And that's the point I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Right? If you can't do anything for them, let them enjoy the life.
Right, one more chance. What's happened in the last couple of weeks? Just one more chance to... What have you seen in the last couple of weeks?
Well, like I say, I don't really watch the news and that, so
Right.
I can't tell them about that. But in a way, I think they're better off not knowing. I think that's the only good thing about being out there, isn't it? Not knowing about the bad stuff going on.
Yeah.
So I can't help them there.
They don't need to look at the weather, do they?
No, not enough. No. But tell you about the Pope and that.
Yeah, you've... Pretty extensive.
What about the EU Constitution and the no votes? What do you make of that? What are your views?
What's the problem there?
Oh, this isn't...
No, but it's better
isn't
not knowing.
broadcasting,
It's
though,
better
is
not
it? This is
knowing.
nothing. Come up with something.
Well, the fat
Talk!
baby then, the fat baby that they found, that was on the telly.
Right. Well, what was that?
It's just a little fat baby. That,
Oh, for
I don't know, it's just a little fat kid and that.
What? Tell what?
It was on the telly, it was on the telly and
But what was on the telly? You just said fat baby, fat baby, fat baby, fat baby on telly, fat baby on telly. Do you meant to be telling them what's happened in the world? Tell me about the fat baby on telly.
It's just they've found some, there's this illness called Momo, right? And, they've just got this woman had a kid. It's really sad, it was on Channel 4 and that, right? And, kid's born.
You sure it wasn't Jimmy Carr?
Kid's born and that, right?
Momo?
It's called Momo,
Isn't that
yeah.
a Black Music Award?
No, right, little fat baby and that, and there's only 3 of them in the world. These little fat babies.
Right.
And
So
one of them...
they're in danger.
How fat? Are you not telling what do you mean? How fat are they?
6 stone it was only 2. And there's 3 of them in the world, and there was this one, and there was one in Brazil.
Are they, like,
No.
endangered? Is that the problem? Because there's only 3 of them in the world.
I
I'll be worried, this is like a conservation campaign.
Hunted for their flesh.
No, it's sad. I know, it's easy to
shouldn't
joke,
have,
but
but
if
you
you've
can make
seen
an
it, you'd
interesting
go, oh, it's a
comeback.
bit sad and that. See, there's always other things going on in my mind when I'm in that pub quiz. For me, it's just a little bit of fun.
Sure.
It's a night out. Do you know what I mean? Suzanne enjoys it.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a get-together, we have a chat beforehand.
Yeah.
We have a bit of fun.
Yeah.
But there was other things on my mind.
What were you
Carl,
thinking?
I could do that here, I don't have to lose a tenner.
Wait, what were you thinking during the quiz then, when the questions were coming out? What were you thinking of?
Well, what it was, right, just before the quiz started, I had to go to the toilet, right, because the rule is, right, people who don't go to it, once it starts, phones off,
Oh, yeah,
no
you
more
can't leave
toilet.
the room,
They
yeah.
take it dead serious, don't
yeah,
they, right?
yeah.
So, I went to the toilet. Now, I'm not being out of order here, it just got me thinking, right? I went to the toilet. The gay fella in there, right?
There was a gay fella in there.
Gay fella in the toilet. Now,
How could you tell?
How did you know?
just typical, you know, everything about it, right?
Everything about it, right, yeah.
Oh.
What,
Just
large
what-
handlebar moustache, leather cap.
Butt plugs, ammo nitrate. Could I just say that these views do not reflect the views of the management of XFM or me and Steve. Go
Or
on,
most
Carl.
of the people in this country.
Go on, Carl. What's your problem?
Yeah, but this is what I'm worried about, really. But this is why I only got Danny Minogue right. Right? Because this was floating around my mind. Went
She's
to
a big
toilet.
gal, I can't,
Now,
isn't she?
go into the toilet. They have like men's cubicle, and they have women's cubicle.
Yeah.
Now, without sounding out of order, is it wrong for me to think gay men should have their own little cubicle?
Call in!
They should have their own, well, not cubicle, you mean an actual toilet, I
Yeah.
suppose.
When I was at the urinal,
Yeah.
normally, you know, there's a fella there, and then you go, alright, and there's no pressure. But I couldn't go. I was thinking, should I wait? If I go into the toilet, it'll look obvious.
Yeah.
I had loads of pressure, and
But
this was
what were
going
you
on.
worried
I'm so
about?
sorry.
What were
I'm
you
so
concerned
sorry,
about?
viewers. I'm so
Well,
sorry.
it's like, right, listen, when I was a kid, right, and it's alright for you to go into women's toilets when you're a kid, it's like, oh, it's a bit cute,
Yeah.
right, as long as you're not, like, over 15 or something, right?
Right.
But when I was a kid, I went into a toilet, and women, when they use their little cubicles, they don't shut the door. Some of them just sit down on the toilet,
Yeah.
right, and you see everything, and, no, seriously, that's probably one of the first times I saw, like, a woman.
Yeah.
That, right, and my Auntie Nora when she was staying over.
What happened with your Auntie Nora?
She was, she's into wearing caftans.
Into wearing what?
You know, caftans.
Oh, yeah.
What caftans?
Big, bellowy sort of dresses.
Right,
sort of.
right.
And, yeah, I used to sit on the floor at home, in front of the telly.
Sure.
She was on the chair behind.
Yeah.
She did a bit of a, sort of a Sharon Stone scene.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
There was no underwear?
No.
What age were you?
What was it like?
What age were
It
you?
was like a ripped tennis ball. So.
What? Right, we're off air. We're off air. Either that or put us in for the Sonys.
Tell us about this monkey, Karl.
You're gonna love this one, Steve,
Go on.
right? Yeah, so last week we were talking about how, like, a lad left his family because there was problems at home and that. He went and lived in the wood, he got airy, right?
No.
Leave it there, Rick. We haven't got time to go into
Right,
it.
so...
That's what happened.
And that's what happened, he lived with the monkeys, he went airy.
That's
Anyway,
what happened. That's what happened.
looked into, some other stuff about, like, airy kids and all that.
Yeah.
Came across this story about a bloke, right, who worked in a zoo,
Oh, dear.
right? So,
Trouble's brewing.
loving his job and that, but it's quite a lonely sort of job because you don't see many people, you're just dealing with animals all the time, right? So, anyway, he gets a bit pally with a monkey because it's the closest thing to a human.
Well, that ape is.
Right.
Yeah, but you can't really go that close to apes.
Well,
It's dangerous.
what do you mean? What type was it? Do you
Just
mean it was
let
a
him tell the
Was it
story.
a chimpanzee?
I reckon it was a chimp, yeah. Yeah, it
Oh,
was
you
a
don't
chimp.
even know, so
It
that's
was a
an
chimp.
ape.
It was a
Okay.
chimp. Yeah, but it doesn't matter, does
So
it?
he
It's a
gets
story.
pally with him.
Right, so he gets pally with
Well,
him.
did they
and
go on
he's-
holiday together?
Well, no, I mean, it starts
On the
off,
pool together.
starts off just checking each other out and, you know, probably sharing lunch and that together.
Yeah.
Right? Anyway, this goes on for a while, you know, they're getting on well on that. And then after a while, right, the monkey starts sort of imitating him a bit more and sort of walking upright,
Oh, God.
Yeah.
right? So he thinks, oh, that's a bit weird. Anyway, they get on really better and what have you, so he thinks he could live at home with me, this,
Yeah.
because we're getting on a storm,
Yeah.
right? So he takes him home, and before
Is
you
this
know
the
it,
beginning of Beneath the Planet of the Apes? I think it is. I think you've seen this on video.
I'm worried, because he's already imitating him and they're moving in together. I'm thinking it's maybe a bit like single white female. Single white zookeeper.
Oh, brilliant.
right? So
Go on.
anyway, so it's moving in, and it's getting used to sort of the normal human life. It's having a cup of tea in the morning.
Yeah. PG tips.
As a he finishes the day off with
Oh, dear.
Finishes the day off with what?
It
With
does,
a
it
little
doesn't have to
brandy.
move a piano at one point, does
He
it?
finishes the day off with a little brandy.
Yeah.
He pours himself a... Is he wearing a smoking jacket?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Karl, you're
Listen,
a maniac,
listen,
mate.
no, this is why it attracted me. It's amazing, right? So he's having his brandy and that, loving his life. Next thing you know, he sort of, I don't know if he loses it or he gets shaved, but the top half of his body is hairless, right? Apart from his head, right? So he's got a nice.
So it's the opposite of the kid.
Well,
Yeah,
this is what
well,
I'm saying,
that would happen.
right?
Well, hang on, but so you don't know if
You
he
don't
was
even
shaved
know.
or if it's
How
not.
did it say? Then the hairless. What?
I'll bring it in for you, the story, and then you
Alright,
can
well,
see if
okay,
I've gone
keep
wrong.
going, keep
So
going.
anyway, so
Wow.
so this is going on, and he's having a great life. Then the zookeeper starts getting a bit annoyed because he's having a better life than the zookeeper. The zookeeper's in the
This
zoo.
is such
So the
rubbish.
zookeeper's still got to do a day's work. The monkey's at home, he's partying,
Well,
he's
it
got
gets
his
to a
other
point when he
chipmates
says,
around.
there's no point you coming in to the zoo, because the whole reason of you being there was because you're being kept there.
Right.
And he didn't want to bring the memories back, so he said, you stay at home. So
you are you're talking such.
Just let him finish.
God, I don't know if I can sit here and listen to this drivel.
Let me. I'm fascinated.
It's
It
nearly
sounds
over anyway,
amazing.
right?
It sounds extraordinary. Carl.
So he's walking up, right? He's having a tea in the morning, finishing the day off with brandy. Gets a bit out of hand. Only tries it on with the zookeeper's wife.
Make him go away, Steve.
How does he do that?
Well, because he's around humans a lot, he becomes a bit of a charmer. And
But what is it that he could do to seduce her? Pick fleas out of her?
he didn't say.
He's
but-
built. He was built.
Yeah, it's well done.
So
Listen.
what about
What do you mean? What about it, Carl? It's obviously not true. It's obviously not true.
that? This wasn't on the internet. This was in a book. So it's not a quick joke and just put it on a website. This is in a book.
I don't understand how.
I love that he becomes a charmer. He's got better taste in brandy.
Exactly.
And he, that
What
is-
was it that he was doing that seduced her?
I don't know. Maybe because he was at home more than the zookeeper was.
But what would he be doing,
I love
Carl?
the fact that-
He's not going to be talking with her. They're not going to be playing like Trivia Pursuit.
Maybe she liked the silent type. He didn't go into that. He just said that's when the trouble started.
Carl, play a record.
Alright.
Is that what Suzanne did when she brought you in?
When you were talking just now about like the gay stuff,
Yeah.
right? I don't know if you saw the thing the other week about the fella who's on that quiz show.
Oh.
Sort of
Oh right, okay.
gay
Who?
fella, straight, sort of man, woman.
What are you talking about? Tell me what did you see? Tell me what you saw.
It's
This is like a kid come running in, and he's seeing something frightening. Could be an alien, could be a ghost, could be a paedophile, and you've got to get exactly what actually you saw out of him. Right, what did you actually see?
It's just this fella who's a woman.
Right. Right, okay, right, try and talk like a human being. Right.
It's a quiz show that's coming on the telly, and it's this woman.
Right, is it a fella who's a woman, or is it a woman?
Bit of both. That's why I'm talking about it.
But what do you mean? Is it a pre-op? Is it a transsexual? A transvestite? Is it a ladyboy? Is it an hermaphrodite? What is
I'll tell
it?
you about it.
Well, tell me.
I'm telling you. It's a woman. Well, it's a man.
Oh,
No,
forget
listen,
it.
listen.
Play a record.
No, listen.
come on.
What?
It is a man. He is a man. Well,
Oh, Christ's sake!
it's a TV program where they've got this man who's
Transvestite or television?
It is a transvestite, yeah.
So-
but the problem is, I'll tell you, just because you don't know about it, the program is...
I don't know, I still don't know about it. I don't know anything about it, still. I don't know. It's a woman, man, woman, TV program, look, TV.
No, it's a man who is now sort of half a woman. And...
A man who is now half a woman!
no, well, this is what's weird about it. He's got the top half, but not the bottom half.
What do you
sorted
mean? He's
out.
got breasts and a wig? But he's still got his boys downstairs. He's
Why
got
do you do that?
his caps and the boys
Why
are
do you do
still
that
there
for?
in his Y fronts.
Why
But
that?
upstairs, he's got a lovely pair of dumplings.
Why do that?
Well, he's halfway through.
But why not get it all done in one go?
Maybe he couldn't afford it.
Well, wait until you've got all the money. That just looks a mess. And who's he pleasing there?
Well, he wakes up in the morning and
everyone.
pleases himself. He can't believe his luck. He doesn't know where to start.
No, but what I don't understand, I mean, I don't want to see him...
Well, can I just
see him
finish that
ignorant.
sentence? What you don't understand is just about everything.
Yeah.
Right,
I
what,
find it weird, right? I sort of get... I understand the gay thing, right? But...
do you? What do you mean?
Well, I know...
Well,
I
tell
know,
me the gay thing. Explain the
well,
gay
I
thing.
just know if you're a fella, you like men. I don't know much more than that.
What do you mean you don't know?
But what I mean is, with a transvestite, what's going on there? What do they want?
Now, transvestite is a cross-dresser.
See, I don't get that either. Because...
You mean a
That's somebody.
transsexual?
That's a man who likes to dress in women's clothing. It's not necessarily. They're not necessarily gay.
They're
or
not
straight
gay. They're
or
often
anything.
not gay.
They just happen to like wearing women's
Those clothes, aren't yeah.
But then why not wear women's clothes that could be seen as a bloke's... Like Suzanne wears jeans.
No, but they, yeah,
Just
but that's
buy
the
women's
thing.
jeans.
But that's their problem, is it? They like being seen as a woman. They like being seen as a woman. It's not just that it's more comfortable or they wear a kilt. They like being seen as a woman. They feel more comfortable.
Alright, and what's the deal with this fella who's got
We don't know
both?
who this fella is.
No. We don't know this man who's half a woman.
He's called Miriam.
Oh, that's helped.
yeah, okay. Brilliant. I love this scientific basis.
No, I
so
think-
all he's done, he's had the tits done, he's probably had the hormones, probably lived as a woman for a while. The last step, because you can probably reverse the breasts anyway, because they're probably implants and hormonal things, and whereas you chop your knob and, boys off, that's, you come back the next day and go, sorry, I didn't mean that, I wanted my ears pierced. It's a bit more of a bigger operation to put them back. So, doctors are probably making sure that he's just up
Surely
to
if you've had the top half done, you're not going to go back on what you've said.
But no, what's the top half being done? I could get you breast implants, give you a bit of hormonal treatment.
Now
and
that
you
would
could
be a great idea for next week.
and you could reverse it. What you can't do is grow a knob back.
Well, you can. Last week you were talking about growing one on your arm.
Yeah.
We've done that.
So that is possible. But the thing is, the truth of it is, I think I do know about this story. I think it was a television programme called There's Something About Miriam. The conceit of which was that this pre-op transsexual
So I guessed that right, yeah.
was masquerading as a woman,
Right.
and various blokes who didn't realise that this was a man had to
I've heard
try
about
and
this.
seduce her. And when they found out that it was actually a bloke, and a lot of them had kissed
agree.
her, they refused to let it be shown.
I
and there was a big
agree though.
outrage. And so on.
That's just terrible.
Yeah.
That's
It's
deceit.
absurd.
But I mean, that's awful. I hated that.
Yeah.
Right, there you go, let's do Rockbusters.
Right,
Email only, of course.
Yeah, yeah. You email in ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk if you know the answer. Right, first one. Bit of a cryptic clue if you haven't heard it before.
Wow, not cryptic, we're wrong. What is Karl thinking?
If you go into France by boat, I'd get your fags on there because it's a lot cheaper.
Imagine Bob Holness. Sorry, we're out of time. Sorry, your minute's up. You've won nothing. I was reading that question out.
Sorry,
Right.
so what's the...
Right, let's do it again, and I want it to be exactly the same, word perfect. I bet you it will change all over the place. It'll be different. He's lost it.
Go to France, buy yourself a boat
Yeah.
with fags are cheaper.
Okay, fingers on the buzzers. You've only got 10 seconds to win the gold run. Okay, first up. Here, I'll tell you what, no, seriously, if you're thinking of going to France, well don't, because go on the ferry, get the fags there, because it's cheaper. Go on.
Right, so that one again. If you want to buy some fags, you're going over to France on the boat, get them on there because you'll save a few quid. BF.
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 Okay.
Right, the second one. This little foreign cafe's growing its own steak.
This little foreign cafe is growing its own steak.
Yeah.
This little foreign cafe's growing its own steak.
Go on.
D.
Alright.
Right?
Okay.
And the last one,
Is that part of it?
hang on.
He's the best, isn't he? He's the best.
The Jamaican fella might have screamed this on the Titanic.
What?
The Jamaican fellow might have screamed this on the Titanic.
Yeah.
What's it start with?
It's CD, that one.
Jamaican fellow might have screamed this on the Titanic. Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. Please don't phone in. If you can get those, we just don't want to talk to you.
We'll get Rockbusters out of the way. Have we got a winner?
Yeah,
well,
come on in. See, it worries me that we've had very few entries. I think that even your mental fans aren't getting these, which is really worrying. They must be terrible clues this week.
Alright, well,
Has anyone got them right, Steve?
I think there's just one guy, yeah, who I suspect has won in the past. but
Well,
there we are.
so what?
right, the first one. If you go out of France by boat, you might as well buy your fags when you're on that, because you'll get them a lot cheaper.
Brilliant.
Right?
Yeah.
BF,
Yeah.
buy it ferry. Right? That's like,
What?
buy on ferry.
What?
Buy on
What's
ferry.
Brian Ferry? What's that? Is that a band?
What?
What is it? I don't know what it is.
Brian Ferry,
Brian Ferry? What's that got to do with buying on a ferry, though?
just because it's quite close to it. Buy on, buy on ferry.
What?
Buy on ferry.
Sorry, what?
That's the
What's your
first one.
first language?
The second one.
That's rubbish. That doesn't count.
No,
Brian,
it's not.
Brian Ferry.
Brian Ferry, buy on ferry.
There's this little foreign cafe. It's growing its own steak. That's Delamitri. The third one.
What? Sorry, what? What? What is that? What is that? Delimitri.
Deli is a little foreign cafe.
Yeah?
A meat tree and that.
A meat tree? A meat tree? What were the initials for that?
Just D for that.
Just D for that?
Yeah.
So not DA?
So you didn't even give him a chance to get the group?
Oh, they got it.
Well, no.
No, they didn't. Right, it's the end. Go on, right. Go on.
Deli meat tree?
Delimitri. One word. D. Or any letter.
They're growing their own meat.
M's in it. Go on. Okay, so Bayern, I love Bayern Ferry. And Oxy Music was brilliant. I love Oxy Music. Go on.
Can I just point out, Rick, that, we've had
David Bowie?
Deli meat tree.
Yeah.
I don't see why, necessarily, Aidan, who, emailed in, why he doesn't get to win, because he emailed in dire steaks. Seems to me just as valid, as far as I can tell, but Deli meat tree it is.
And the last one, if there was a Jamaican fella on the Titanic...
I'm looking forward to this. With a little bit of fear.
Jamaican fella, if he was on the Titanic, he probably would have screamed this.
Yeah.
That's Christ de Berg.
Oh! I don't know what to do. Stunning.
So who's the winner?
I'm not going to give it to anyone. I just don't...
What's the Jamaican bit got to do with it?
It's the D. Just Christ de Berg.
Say it again?
No, I think they've worked it out now.
Say it again?
Christ de Berg.
And who's that?
What?
Who's that?
Who's what?
Who's Christ de Berg?
Chris de Berg. Who's the winner, Steve?
Do you know what? I'm going to give it to Aidan. Because he just treated you with nothing but contempt. Steve Martin, emailed in again. He got the first two, and then the last one he just emailed, I neither know nor care about this answer. I'm tempted to give him...
Do you know what you've done there, don't you?
Go on.
You've put the nail in the coffin of, Rockbusters. I warned you for 3 weeks, and you sort of bucked your ideas up for a little while. But Christ de
Those
Berg,
are the worst you've ever done.
the worst, Delimitri, so, and didn't, just put D, and then Bayern Ferry. Bayern Ferry. Bayern Ferry.
So, is that it then? Aren't we doing it
Play a
anymore?
record.
Aren't we doing it anymore?
I'm ashamed.
You're an idiot.
Are we doing it anymore?
I'm just gonna keep saying you're an idiot.
Play a
Are
record.
we doing
Carl,
it
have
anymore?
you learnt nothing from Dr. Fox?
Yeah.
That's another Sony out the window.
Huh?
Aren't we doing it anymore?
What, you need to start working on it now, because they're so good, you need to start working now for next Saturday.
Aren't we doing it anymore?
Just, I don't know.
Aren't we doing it?
What's weird about it? What's strange about an octopus with all the things that could...
Why is it any weirder than a dog?
Because it couldn't be further away from us. A dog has got human eyes. If a jellyfish had a pair of eyes like ours, I probably wouldn't worry about him that much. But like I said to you, it's that way that they haven't got eyes, they're floating about. I can handle some fish, they look like us, they've got eyes, you can make eye-to-eye contact with them. A jellyfish, what are you looking at? It's a snidey thing, like I've said to you. You can see a lot in eyes, do you know what I mean? You say, don't trust him, why? It's his eyes. Jellyfish haven't even got any and I don't trust them. Whereas if it had them, maybe there'd be the odd one that I'd go, oh, that one's alright.
Okay, Carl, I'm just gonna throw an animal at you. Tell me how weird it is, what bits annoy you, how you'd change it, okay? A crab.
How would I change it?
Yeah. Does it annoy you? Do you think it's weird?
They are weird. But they're at that size where they can get away with it.
Yeah, it suits them. Okay, good.
Would it change anything? In a way, you know, what you're saying about things not working, he can't walk forwards. So why hasn't something happened? Why haven't they said, you know what, these arms are too clumsy. We need to have them so they can slot away easier, and we can pull them out when we need them, instead of clumping around with them. Because they do struggle. You see them struggling with their arms. Yet they're still here, they're still doing that, they're still designed that way.
What's the weirdest animal? So you think the octopus is the weirdest animal on Earth?
Yeah. In terms of design and everything, and if you lined everything up, say if I'd come from another planet, and everything was lined up in a row, And they said, right, we're going to give you a crash course in what's knocking about on this planet.
Yeah.
And you go, right, go on then. And they go, this is man, here's a woman, here's a dog, here's a cat, here's an octopus, here's a... I go, hang on a minute, what is this? You just mentioned there about sort of no knickers and that.
Is this going to be your Auntie Nora?
No.
Right.
It's just, you know, like the last flat that I lived in, I always had a good view across the road and I could see, it was the hairy...
There was the hairy
Well,
Chinese
not
kid,
hairy
yeah.
Chinese kid, he was just a Chinese kid, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Running
Because
about.
that's rare, isn't it? Hairy Chinese kids, very
Yeah,
rare, isn't it?
yeah.
There's only one official sighting, isn't there? In one of those shit little magazines that you buy.
Yeah, he was running around in his underpants.
Did you, sorry, you just swore ironically. I mean, I imagine if there's any newspapers listening, you did that. Because you're sort of jokey and...
Yeah, go on,
yeah.
let's not swear.
And there
Go
was
on.
the old woman who didn't move, she was just sat there reading the book all the
Who
time,
we
wasn't
think possibly died and no one came round for weeks,
might
yeah.
have been. But, and now I've moved, right? And it was quiet for a bit. I always look at what view I'm getting, right? Looks across and it was just sort of empty, sort of flats ready for people to move in and that, right? Anyway, people are in there now, right? And they've put all the furniture in, but I haven't put any curtains up.
Oh.
Right. So anyway, I'm sort of washing up, just having a look out the window. Right. Girl sort of wandering about, you know, knickers on. Right.
With no knickers on?
You mean
No
naked?
knickers. Well, she had a bra on.
Right,
but,
okay.
But,
She was
no
probably
knickers.
looking for a knickers.
So I thought, oh. And I don't know how long I was looking.
No.
Right. But anyway, she looks across.
Oh, God.
I think she spotted me.
Yeah.
I think, oh, God. I felt really bad.
Yeah.
I said to Suzanne,
Sorry, is this some sort of Peeping Tom confession while the Telegraph are listening?
I've no idea.
well, it's not, that's the thing though.
Peepington.
If I was peeping, she was peeping as well, because she was looking over. Works both ways, doesn't it?
Yeah, but yeah, all she could see of you was your bald head.
Yeah.
No, but
And your
this
hands
is it.
moving as you were washing up. And some white-looking substance rotting up.
Particularly stubborn stain on this glass.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Imagine that. Imagine if she looked across. I'm assuming your sink is lower down the window.
But didn't she just, like, just cover up or something? Or she looked back and go, oh, you looking at my honey?
Well, the thing I did,
What?
I thought, oh, just sort of drop me boxer shorts. Because I
What?
thought, well, Suzanne said, what are you doing?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
No, just so they can see me cheeks of me.
What are you talking about?
No, because I thought, if she thinks I'm walking about in the nude as well, then we've both got something out of it.
Karl!
This sounds like a bad excuse in court.
I know.
This is
Or the plot of a film on Channel 5.
I mean, this is like the doctor who got done right for exposing himself to a patient and said and then painted that little thing that you look down their throat pink.
Yeah.
And go, this is what they saw.
yeah.
No, so sorry, you were looking at a woman dancing around naked, right? So the only thing you could do was immediately drop your boxer shorts.
So she looked across, saw you fully clothed, saw you took your
No,
boxers
she
off.
wouldn't have done, because it's sort of just the top half and the sink's at a side angle, so I was sort of looking out.
So
This
she
is
wouldn't have
genius.
so she wouldn't have seen your trousers then anyway.
No, she did. I moved in front of the window more.
So you then made them. You actually climbed in front of the window.
Oh, this is amazing!
So you climbed in front of the window to show off
No,
your
it wasn't
naked
obvious.
lower half.
Suzanne said, what are you doing? And
I
I
bet
said,
she did.
What are you looking at?
I sent you in here to clean
What
up.
are you doing? I'm just taking my trousers down, standing over the window. Why? Because there's a naked woman across the road. What do you think I'm doing, Suzanne? I'm exposing myself while looking at some free funny.
leave it.
What's up with you, Suzanne?
leave it then, leave it.
Christ.
Are we doing Rockbusters or what?
Yeah.
Oh, she sent you in there to read up on Einstein.
Oh, brilliant!
Anyway.
Wait a minute, can I just check? A final question. What did the woman across the way... What happened? What was her
I
reaction?
didn't look again, I just thought,
Oh.
you've seen a bit of action as well, we're both happy. Let's leave it.
Brilliant.
So were you waddling around like a penguin with your trousers around your ankles?
I just was walking about and Suzanne said, what are you doing? I said, I'll explain to you in a bit, but don't look out the window, because then it's
Excellent.
obvious.
Then he sees, she calls her husband to look at Karl walking around naked. He goes, oh, she's got a... Quick, Suzanne, get him out. There's only one with you. Get some more friends. They've gone one more.
Anyway.
Brilliant. Right, play a record and
So-
come back to Rockbusters. And Monkey News. We haven't got enough time. Do Rockbusters. Oh, God almighty.
I'll tell you something I do know,
Go on.
right? But I can't really get a question out of it.
Go on. Just tell us.
There's a shadow somewhere
It's already good, isn't it?
I'm loving it
No,
already.
right. There's a shadow. I think it was in America.
Yeah.
And it's on a quiet road. I'm guessing somewhere like Boston. That's what I imagine.
Okay.
Right.
No.
Somewhere like Boston. And people at night used to see this shadow moving about. And they'd go, what's that? Right. And it got known, the town, the little local town got known for this shadow, but it didn't cause any problems. People
What are you
used to-
talking about?
It's just you've lost me.
What are you talking
No,
about?
do you know, like, some places get famous, like, Scotland's got the Loch Ness Monster and that, but
Nah,
it doesn't
go
cause
on,
any,
yeah.
but it doesn't cause any problems.
Doesn't exist, go on.
Right, so there's this shadow walking about on the road. And,
What do you mean? No, what, see, again, rubbish.
Right, so it's walking
Nonsense.
about,
Where did you read this? Where did you
it's
see
walking
this?
about, this was on the internet, and I'm
Oh,
sure...
sorry! Sorry!
Right.
I thought it was shite. I didn't know it was on the internet.
Right, so this shadow is moving about, and,
Independently of an object.
yeah, and the local mayor and that is like, yeah, it's a bit weird, but it's not harming anyone.
Ah, the mayor involved!
Was he elected to that post?
Hey, Mayor, we got a problem down here. Seems like a shadow. Well, it's not causing any. No, it's
Is it
just.
causing any problems?
Yeah, go on.
But that's the thing, it was left for years, and then it did start causing problems.
I see, that's it. If you leave these shadows to go unchecked, Rick, they go crazy.
Yeah.
You let them run amok in the
Yeah.
city.
Yeah.
You've got to stand
What
around
did it do?
on
What did it
Roman
do?
shadows.
What did the shadow do?
It was pushing people off the bikes.
It was what?
It was pushing people off the bikes.
Oh,
I'll find out more for that next week. Right, that'll tease
oh,
them.
you're a maniac!
We'll do more on that. We haven't had time for
Please
educating.
never have children.
Right, listen.
You're
Just promise me now you'll never have kids.
Right, come on then, Carl.
Right, so the film is Kes. You got to listen to it properly. At the end, there'll be a question about what's happened in there, so you got to listen, take it all
I
in.
love the fact that in pole position, in positions 1 and 2 of his favourite films of all time, is The Elephant Man and Kes.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Go on.
All right. Am I leaving the mics open a bit when this is going out? or what?
Yeah, let's have a listen.
Yeah? All right. So don't talk then, right?
Just put that hot dog down, Rick.
And this is the bit in Kes where it's the teacher and he gets up and he has to
Glover.
talk.
What's his name? Is it Brian Glover?
No,
No.
it's
What's
the other teacher.
The other one.
Anyway.
Alright, go on.
Alright, so here we go.
Things that had actually happened. I've got
Oh, yeah.
another one. What about you, Casper? Casper!
Alright.
Alright?
Alright.
You haven't been listening to a word I've said, have you?
Yeah, I heard some of it. Yeah, you
Some of it!
just...
Stand up! Always somebody, isn't there, eh? Right, now you're going to tell us a story about yourself.
What sort of story?
I want you to think of an incident that's happened to you sometime in the past that is true and that you think will interest the rest of the class. Alright?
Right. What about, I work on a radio show at the weekend.
Well, are you going to tell us about it?
I'll just do, it's 2 hours, and it's with Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant, and, just sort of play music and, you know, tell stories and stuff.
What kind of stories?
Well, whatever. Like last week it was science. We're talking about, this lad who was growing, a knob on his arm, so it's weird. It's tricky, sir, because, like, with Ricky, he gets bored quick and he won't listen to the stories, and he'll start squeezing my head.
All right. I'm not interested in what he does.
That isn't normal, is it, sir, that? I mean, it sure is a bit gay.
Is he?
Just messes about, though, do you know what I mean? I try and, like, come up with good stuff, like monkey news and, like, quizzes and stuff, but then he'll just, you know, Ricky will just mess about. I mean, on Saturday he did it again, he squoze me head.
How do you spell that?
Squoze. S-Q...
Oh, he's going to show us on the board. This is a new word to me.
Squoze is S-Q-U-O-Z-E.
Aye, now tell us what it is.
It's when he gets me head and he puts one hand on the back of it, right? And he puts the other hand on the front of it and he just sort of swivels it.
Swivel, right down the board.
Swivel's not it's spelled S-W-I-D.
How much time today?
how many times a day does he swells it? It depends what time he gets in. If he gets in about 12:30, he could get a good 3 in. But I think, I don't really want to talk about.
Good enough, don't you? Well done, Billy. Big hand of applause.
That is the effort.
Yeah.
Wow. That's the best thing you've ever done, Carl.
So that's Kez, right?
Yeah.
Got some good prizes there.
Not bad, yeah, good stuff.
Question is, how many times did I say Ricky can get? How many head squeezes can he get in before the start of the show? Right. So if you were listening properly, the answer's in there, right? And got some good stuff there.
Some DVDs in there, some CDs, including some Jimi Hendrix stuff and other odds and ends. Good stuff.
Brilliant.
Right, and just text in 83 XFM. All right.
All
right.
What profession, Carl, would you not like to do?
You see, in a way, some bad jobs are good jobs in a way. Because, one, it means that when you have holiday, you really appreciate it.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas, you see, I always thought, like, when I had a job where I used to have to do, like, 4 hours a night when I worked through the night, I only had 4 hours to do from 2 in the morning till 6, right? But it meant that when I was on holiday, I never really appreciated it, because between 2 and 6, I'd be asleep anyway. So, unless I got up at 2 in the morning and went, I'm relaxing now, instead of working, you don't get the full...
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. The rules that you live by about what you can enjoy and what you can't.
What's good with a holiday, right? If you work in a factory from 8 in the morning till 8 at night, packing socks into a rubber bag, right? Between 8 and... What time did I say my
8.
shift was?
8 and 8. It's a 12-hour sock packing job. It is murder.
I also like the socks into a rubber bag.
Yeah.
I love to get my socks in a rubber bag. And also, he forgot the timings immediately. He said the sentence, then it went out of his head. It's like, you're packing from what time did I say it was? What are they packing?
So, alright, so you're a sock stuffer, you do a 12-hour shift.
Yeah. Okay, got it. So, you go, oh, come on, Rita, no more socks for me. I don't want to see another sock for a week. Have you got the rubber bag? Don't bring the rubber bag. That's the last thing I want to see.
So what I mean is, when you're on the beach, right, by the sea, between 8 and 8, you're thinking, oh, this time yesterday I was packing socks in a rubber bag. And you can really enjoy it. You can keep going... Oh, an hour later you can go, oh, I was packing socks yesterday.
Yeah.
And you can
I'm glad you're enjoying it, love. Will you stop going about the fucking socks? We're on holiday.
I don't think this marriage is going to last.
Oh, look, Rita, I know, you were packing fucking socks yesterday. Let's not fucking talk about it for a week, you boring bastard. Oh, Rita, what? This time yesterday, I know, you were packing fucking socks in a rubber cunting bag.
No, I was having lunch at this time, you fucking slut.
Oh, Christ almighty!
Finally, White Van Man, what do you make of the fact that Sainsbury's are bringing in square tins?
Is
that a concern for you?
Is that true?
Apparently so.
Why?
Dunno.
Like it's easy to stack.
This is what the guy in the Sun has said. That should be interesting for... That should be... His comment on Sainsbury's are bringing in square tins is that should be interesting for meatballs. Ricky's just collapsed on the floor. Let's just play a song, Karl. I don't think even you can top that. Have I told on the radio before about that time when I just passed my test and I was driving my parents' Volvo estate and we went off driving down some country lanes? Have I mentioned
Is this the
that?
one with the...
Yeah. I've told you, have I?
Yeah.
Have I told you, Karl?
No, go on.
Well, maybe I'll tell you a bit later on.
let's play a record.
Play a record, I'll tell you that.
There's a great anecdote about a Volvo estate coming up.
Exactly. That's the kind of stuff you're getting on XFM this Saturday afternoon.
Do you want some Coldplay or what?
Oh, I'd love to.
Coldplay. Don't panic. That's the title of the song as well as what I was saying. In fact, I was just saying the title of the song, if I'm being honest, making it sound like it was Conversation, XFM 104.9. It's the Ricky Gervais Show, with Steve Merchant.
Thanks.
You were going to tell us a little story about a
Just
Volvo
passed my
estate?
test.
Yeah.
My parents had a big Volvo estate, and there's quite a big car
don't
to
show
drive.
off. My parents didn't have a car.
But if you, I know you don't drive cars, Rick, but it's got a big car to drive if you just passed your test.
It's safe though, isn't it?
It is very safe, that was the thing.
Yeah.
And, I come from, the West Country, obviously, there's quite a lot of windy lanes around there.
You're joking, do you?
They have cars there.
Well, here it comes. Blimey, Carl.
Learnt on a tractor, automatic it was.
Do you want me to tell it or not?
Oh! Don't go about the accent! Oh no, I'm not worse. Oh, go on. Oh. Go on.
So I went to this party.
You have a go at him being from the north.
Not when he's telling an anecdote.
He's never told an anecdote.
Oh yeah, fair point.
Yeah, go on.
So I went to a party, and I was quite excited because I had the car, I had the motor, and there was a chick heading down to the party that I was like, you know, I had my eye on. And I thought, you know, now I've got a car, and going to the party, it's going to be amazing, right?
You glass
and
eye,
various friends had said, like, can we get a lift? I thought, yeah, groovy.
Yeah,
I'll pick up the chick as well, who was a friend of a friend.
Yeah.
So cruising down to the party in the motor, you know, the Volvo estate, and there's nothing sexier than that. You know, slipping a little bit of Billy Joel on the stereo or whatever, something classic.
Go
Exactly. And maybe it was Billy Ocean. I think maybe it was quite a Billy.
Maybe it was Get Out of My Dreams, Get Into My Car.
Ideally.
Yeah.
So I get to the party, and inevitably it was one of those house parties where the chick that I had my eye on, she kind of was chatting to other guys, and she wasn't really paying attention to me, and I was sort of
Found out to get, was she again?
Same old story.
Oh, they make me
They know
laugh.
how to tease, don't they, the ladies?
Laugh. Who are they kidding?
Oh. So I'd follow her like a dog, you know, from room to room.
Yeah.
And watch
Quite
her while,
literally, sometimes he was barking.
Yeah.
Go on.
and while, you know, just watch her while she talked to other blokes. And then, obviously I wasn't, because I was driving, I wasn't drinking, so I was not really enjoying myself. And then somebody said, should we go and pick up Vera? And I thought, right, okay, and they went, Steve's got a car, let's all leap in there, we'll go pick up Vera. And this girl was like up for it as well, so I thought, brilliant, you know, I'll be back in the car with her, you know, away from all these lads.
Yeah.
One guy she had her eye on, he came as well, I was a little bit annoyed.
Yeah.
But anyway, he was in the car, so I'm driving down these country lanes, just driving along, and they're directing me, they're saying, go left here, go right. And then suddenly we stop, and he goes, one of them goes, just drive into that field, this pitch black field, right? And I'm sort of, well, it is my parents' car. Just drive in the field, Steve. I'm thinking, well, I don't want to, like, not seem like I'm a hard, cool, crazy kind of guy, because the chick's in the car. So I drove the car into the field, they all leapt out, started running off into the darkness, shouting, Vera, 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 where are you? So I'm just sort of sat there in the car, waiting.
Wasn't Vera Lynn, was it? Because she likes to hide in fields.
Bizarrely, it wasn't.
Right.
It was just, I was just left in the car on my own with Billy Ocean, and suddenly, out of the darkness, they come back holding a Vietnamese pot-bellied pig that they had stole from a nearby farm, and they knew that the pig was called Vera because someone knew the farmer or something. Anyway, so they got this pig. So now they're going, "I'll put the pig in the back of the car. We'll take it back to the party. It'll be hilarious." I'm thinking, well, you know, I'm not sure I want a pig and all its, you know, piggy crap in the car, right, crammed in there. But they say, yeah. So obviously, I'm thinking again, I don't want to look like I'm, you know, a nerd. You know, I'm terrified of that, Rick, ever happened.
Yeah.
So,
So you go, hey, bring the pig into the car.
Exactly.
I'm no nerd.
Exactly.
Yeah, go on.
So now we drive off again. I got this pig kind of screeching in the back of the car, and they say, stop again, let's do some cow tipping. And they do that old thing, you know, about the fact because cows sleep standing up, don't they? So you can push a cow over and stuff.
Yeah.
So they're having a wild time, hilarious. So this time, now we get to a sort of dead end in the road, and they say, well, turn around, let's go back to the party. And I'm thinking, fine. Try and do a 3-point turn in this very narrow country lane, right? Get the Volvo estate wedged horizontally across the road. Can't get it out, just can't seem to sort it out. I don't know what, I'm panicking because there's a pig in the car, right? And, local disgruntled farmers, right? People drunk, partying, probably off their head on some kind of weed, Rick.
Was it loads of blokes with, like, pitchforks and flaming torches
Exactly.
going, burn him. He's playing with our pig.
Exactly that. And so that, do you know, I was so terrified that all I could think was they're going to have to send a helicopter to lower a magnet onto the top of the car to lift the car up and put it the right way round.
You used to read a lot of comics, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you know what I started doing?
What?
Crying.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Why?
So started crying, just very slightly, started getting upset. And the other guy that the girl fancied, he had to get into the driving seat and sort it out for me by slowly edging forward
so
and
that's
backwards.
the worst bit of the whole story.
Yeah, edging slowly back and forwards. He just sorted it out, just slowly worked the car back round, and then we were off.
You're just gently weeping.
Just gently
where
weeping in the back.
The bloke had just taken the bird that you saw from a distance.
Exactly.
That was basically your wife in your head by then.
Oh, yes.
Wasn't it? I can't
We were
believe it.
happily married with a pig for a child.
Don't joke, that could happen.
I know.
The pigs come, if you like.
Sorry? What did you say? What did you say? What did you say?
When you do what, Karl?
What did you say? No, what did you say? Because I don't want to have to go to the radio authority again. What did you say then? Just remember.
We are going out live, Karl.
Yeah, remember Tom Binns, right? What did you say?
What I'm saying is, why were they shouting Vera? Because pigs don't come to the name, do they?
Eh? I don't know the ins and outs of pig, you know, how to lure a pig into your trap.
Can I just tell you some very, very interesting things about pigs?
Please do.
Right. One, everyone knows they have a corkscrew-shaped penis, right?
A corkscrew-shaped
Yeah.
penis. That's the tail, isn't it?
Two, they can't look up. They can't put their head back and look up, right? Three, they can have a 30-minute orgasm.
Rick, is it only pigs that have got a corkscrew-shaped penis?
No, and landlords.
Okay.
Very handy.
Here's one for you.
Go on.
Like insect facts and stuff.
Go on.
If a man was a flea...
You could jump over St Paul's Cathedral.
No.
What?
Wrong. It's gone up now. It's... the big wheel. The big wheel.
The Millennium Wheel.
Now. It's gone up now. Play a record. You're the best. I've got some new comedy characters.
I can't believe we're
You know I love the work of comedy greats like Chris Moyles and Noel Edmonds. I've got some really funny comic characters that'll be popping in and out of the studio.
Save them.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Badly Drawn Boy. All possibilities on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington, and a few new characters.
Oh,
Steve.
I can't believe
As you
that.
said, you know, I know you love Moyles and his sort of wacky stuff, and
Chris Moyles, one of the
Edmonds,
greats, one of the
and
greats.
Edmonds, and just all
Oh, no, Edmonds.
well, I'm going to go along the same sort of vein. I've come up with a couple of. Can I do a little? Can I show you one?
I'm excited.
Okay. Well, it always starts with a sort of doorbell. So it goes, ding dong. I go, oh no, hold on, Steve, hold on, Karl. Who's that at the door?
Yeah.
Hello. Oh, hello. Oh, look. It's Camp David, the right queer gay. Oh, hello. Hello. You look all gay today. Is that 'cause it's nice weather? Oh, no, that's not what it means. Oh, have you got a girlfriend, Camp David, the right queer gay? No, but I've got a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, bye. Right.
Oh.
Ding
yeah.
dong. Oh, it's another one.
Hang on.
Another comic. Hello. Oh, look. It's Holy Fuck, the little funny Chinese fella. Wait, that's his name, Karl.
That's his name, Karl.
Karl. Hello, Holy Fuck. Harold. Right?
Yeah, that's fine.
So,
That's fine.
Mr. Fuck, you can call me Holy if you want. No, I prefer to call you Fuck.
Yeah.
Right? You're right.
Nothing wrong with this so far.
No. Have you got a girlfriend, Mr. Fuck? Achoo. Oh, you haven't got that SARS, have you?
Yeah.
No, that's my girlfriend's name.
Oh,
See? Yeah.
that's clever.
Oh, just before you go, Mr. Fuck, I've got two things here. I've got a nice trilby hat that you could wear,
Yeah.
or I've got a little lampshade.
Right.
Right? Which one do you want to put on your head and
Yes.
walk around? I presume the trilby.
No, but it's not.
No.
Yeah.
The lampshade.
Lampshade, of course.
Bye.
See ya.
See you later.
Yeah. I thought they were genius. Can I be honest? I'll be honest. I thought they were brilliant. I thought they were. You didn't steal them off Chris.
No,
Moyles, did you? 'Cause
no, they're original. They're original
sometimes
characters.
Chris Moyles has done stuff as good as that.
I know, yeah, I know, but no, these are all mine. So there you go. We'll be hearing more from Camp David, the right queer gay, and Holy
other
Fuck,
one,
the funny
the other
little Chinaman. What? All right, Karl. Yeah. Is that your sort of humour? It might not be your sort of humour.
You just should have run it past me before you did it.
Yeah.
What one are you worried about in particular?
The not Camp David.
Well, say his name.
No.
Say his name.
I'm not
Which
speaking
one?
about-
Well, I don't know
The
which
other
one you mean.
The Chinese fella.
But I forget who that was. What was his name? I can't remember.
Well, if you can't remember, it can't be that good, so we'll leave it. We won't do it again. Right. I'll tell you what I've got, Steve.
Oh, what?
Tell you what I'm thinking.
Go on.
Right. Do you know, like, TV programmes sort of get rested in the winter?
Ding dong. Oh no.
Hang on, who's this?
Oh,
Go on.
hello
Go on.
again. Not now, Mr. Fuck. We're talking. Bye.
Is that Holy Fuck again?
Yeah. Okay, Karl. Look at Karl's face. Right. Okay, that's it now. I'm not answering the door anymore. Right. Okay, go on.
Right. Yeah.
Ding dong, ding dong, ding
No.
dong, ding dong. He's trying to get in. Don't be impolite, Rick. Come on, Rick. He wants to come in.
No, it's too late. It's too late. He's gone away now.
Time for monkey news. Can we have the jingle?
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news.
I love the jingle.
Right, well,
Can we play that jingle once more?
Yeah.
let me cue it up.
So, chimpanzee that monkey news.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Got a lot to live up to now.
I'll be
Yeah.
honest with you, often that jingle is more fun than the monkey news.
Wow.
So you've got to excel yourself this week.
Well, it's there's been a lot going on.
In the monkey world.
Yeah, I was looking at the Guinness Book of Records that we bought last week.
What you bought?
What that I bought.
Is it still wet?
I was cleaning the tea off it. I was having a little read through, and there was some monkey stuff in there. There was this isn't the actual story. I'm just telling you what it's like looking up monkey news all week.
It's like behind the scenes. It's like the making of Monkey News, which is actually available on DVD.
Exactly.
It's 12 minutes unseen footage, just the making of Monkey News, which is my favourite bit in a way. If you enjoy Monkey News, see how it happens. See, from conception to.
It's all put together.
Yeah, go on. Yeah. What's a typical Monkey News day?
Well, there was some stuff about a monkey in the Guinness Book of Records. I think it had the record for asking for a cup of coffee in 23 different ways.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Oh.
That's good. Just to show the monkey news is getting bigger and people are covering it. Donald McIntyre, he was on BBC
Yeah.
on Monday. He
That was on
doing
Channel
some-
5, wasn't
No, he hasn't moved over yet. This
Oh,
is
right,
something that he did for the BBC.
it? Right.
So that was pretty good. That was about well, it wasn't good. It was pretty sad, really.
What?
He was doing this thing. Do you know, like last week we were doing Cheap as Chimps,
Yeah.
and someone emailed in saying, Donald McIntyre's doing Cheap as Chimps,
Really?
and it was about.
I bet he wasn't. I bet Donald McIntyre did not do a programme
they
called
didn't
Cheap as
use that
Chimps.
title.
No.
But you could tell where they'd got the format from.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
And it was about gorillas and how much you can get one for. But the problem was, because they're that pricey, they were sort of. I mean, I don't even want. It is depressing.
If it's
actually.
cruel, then don't. Yeah, forget
Yeah,
it.
yeah, it was a bit.
Okay.
You know,
I mean, can I just say, in the making of Monkey News and Cheap as Chimps, not, and you'll know as harmed.
No monkey's
No.
harmed.
Go on.
Right. Well, anyway, today's story was emailed in.
So you didn't even do anything towards it. So when you say I've been working on Monkey News, what you printed that out?
So is the making of monkey news you checking your email?
Well,
Brilliant.
no, I'm always looking at different options. At how much is going on.
This is what makes me laugh when he says he's really busy.
Yeah.
I'm doing other stuff and that. I'm doing other stuff.
People are sending in monkey news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get an email.
Is it
check
from
it out.
Reuters?
Well, listen, it's from Steve.
Okay.
Right? Now, what it is this monkey, right?
Yeah.
Don't know where it was.
Mhm.
But there's a bit before the monkey.